Evening.
And welcome to Laugh About It. I'd like to thank Kyle for making this all happen. Let's give him a round of applause. So how's everyone doing tonight?
Good. Yeah.
All right, good. All right, so yeah, I was gonna let you know that growing up as an Asian is not always fun, because especially report card day, I'd bring my report card to my mom and she'd be like, Paul, go to the store and get me some chocolate. It's either that or I'm gonna whoop you. And I'm like, and no, my mom doesn't really talk like that. I just can't do a Korean accent. And I'll be like, it's like nothing I ever do is good enough for you, mother. And no, I don't really talk like that, but I can't do a Chinese accent. And then my sister will come in and she'll be like, I got straight A's again. And I'll be like, ugh. And no, my sister doesn't really talk like that, but I can't do a Japanese accent. And then my dad will come in and he'll be like, hey Paul, Becky, great job on your report card. Paul, what are you still doing here? Your mom sent you to do to get some chocolate. And I'm like, I just can't win, can I? And yes, my dad really does talk like that. So yes, I love this venue. It's really amazing. Been here before for other things, and it's a lot of fun here, and I'm glad to be up here again. I really appreciate Kyle bringing us here, and I thank you all for coming out. Got a little bit more comedy to do before they kick me off the stage tonight. So last weekend I was having a backyard barbecue, and everything was going fine, and then I remembered, I forgot to buy the steaks. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just go to the store. And I looked around me, I was like, I don't even have a backyard. I was in my living room. And then I looked down, I was like, I don't even have a grill. I just had a bunch of hot coals on my lap. So started jumping around, screaming and whatever. And then when I finally settled down, I figured, since my legs were already cooked, I might as well eat them. Somehow I had gone from steaks to Chinese. And the worst part is, an hour later, I was hungry again. So yeah, it's been kind of sad at my house lately because my grandmother, she has developed dementia. And so every once in a while I'll walk into a room and she'll say something like, there's parsley in my brain. I'm like, no, Grandma, there's no parsley in your brain. And this morning I walked into the kitchen and she's like, I am a duck. I'm like, no, Grandma, you're not a duck. She's like, oh yeah, prove it. I said, Grandma, if you were a duck, I would shoot you and eat you. We're Chinese, remember? We eat duck. She's like, you can't shoot me. It's wabbit season. And I'm like, no, Grandma, it's duck season. She's like, wabbit season, duck season, wabbit season, duck season, wabbit season, wabbit season, duck season, shoot! And somehow, even though her bill ended up on the side of her head, she was still able to say, you're despicable. So the moral of the story is, don't shoot your demented grandmother in the face with a shotgun. You won't prove to her that she's not a duck. Incidentally, I did prove that she didn't have parsley in her brain. Although she did have a nice basal ganglia. The other day I found out that potlucks are illegal in Arizona. I was walking through my neighborhood and, I was just walking, I was like, oh, I smell potluck. And I was like, and so I followed the smell to this house and I knocked on the door. I was like, hey, I couldn't help but notice that someone in here is partying, if you know what I mean. And the guy's like, what are you, a cop? I was like, no. But, back in my college days, I used to enjoy a little potluck from time to time. He's like, all right, you're cool, come on in. And, you know, when I got in there, there was like this fabulous spread. There was, this guy had a Ziploc bag with like an eighth of potato salad. And on the table there was like an entire ounce of mashed potatoes. And some dude was like on the couch passed out from too much turkey. And there was another guy who was hogging a platter of crab puffs. And I was like, dude, puff, puff, pass, you know the rotation. And so on the table there was like a bunch of shredded beef and some tortillas. And so I rolled myself a fatty and I inhaled it. And then I decided to pack a bowl with some mac and cheese. But then that's when the cops busted in. They're like, "This is a potluck raid," and they got me for possession. And since I was holding a fork, they also got me for paraphernalia. So ever since then, I've been, you know, an advocate. You know, legalize potluck. I spend all day handing out pot stickers. Thank you.
Woohoo!